Ever wonder about the origins of the non-fungible token? Us too. So, we asked our teachers, mentors, and friends, and none of them knew either. Since it seemed like the NFT came out of nowhere, we thought we'd investigate. Turns out the first prototype for an NFT was called Quantum, and was created by a visual artist named Kevin McCoy in 2014, which kind of looks like a psychedelic Target logo. Kevin and his then business partner Anil Dash were the ones who presented this new technology, which at the time was called monetized graphics. 2 years prior to the good old days of 2012, long before COVID, when our biggest worry was when they were finally going to stop playing Gangnam Style on the radio, Kevin was thinking a lot about blockchain technology, and more specifically, how it intersected with art. He wanted people to own their art and thought that there might be a solution. But it was a long 6 years before they hit the mainstream. But in August of 2014, the first NFT was made minted on the Ethereum blockchain by a Reddit user named Samil. It was called Terra Nullius, Latin for land belonging to no one. Not to be confused with Numquam ex est tesserae, which roughly translated means never give out your seed phrase. The idea was simple: purchase one and then stake your claim on the blockchain, meaning you could leave a permanent message on Ethereum. Sort of like an early cave drawing that could be unearthed by future tech archaeologists. Like Jurassic Park meets Revenge of the Nerds. BTW, little fun fact, those little blockchain messages can actually still be seen today, and all over the world too. Even the North Pole. Maybe one day, instead of sending letters, our kids will be able to let Santa know what they want for Christmas on the blockchain. How cool would that be? This also makes it very easy for Santa to know if they've been naughty or nice. Or maybe even a little sociopathic. Like one kid who set up a crypto Ponzi scheme for $2.7 million in his parents' basement. That kid's gonna get a lot of coal in his stocking. And in case you've heard about the big boom in virtual real estate, the first land was actually a project called Block Plots, released in 2015, that allowed you to buy tiles on a map. It was also the first time you could actually transfer an NFT to another user, compared to now where people trade NFTs like baseball cards, like this beauty of Tom Hanks beating the snot out of the coronavirus. But overall, things were pretty quiet for NFTs until 2 years later. In 2017, when Ethereum Name Services, ENS, came out as a way to purchase decentralized domain names. You may recognize this from Twitter, as many people, including celebrities, now have the ETH on their profile name. Paris Hilton leads that pack by a whopping 16.8 million followers. But nipping on her heels is Shaquille O'Neal's Shaq.eth, who's at 15.5 million followers. Even that guy from Good Will Hunting is getting in on the action. How you like them apples? But 2017 was a big year for NFTs on Ethereum, with curio cards, collections of art that functioned like trading cards, CryptoPunks, algorithmically generated portraits that is still one of the most popular NFT projects today, and CryptoKitties, a project that uses an algorithm that breathes two kitties for another kitty. Over time, as popularity continued to grow, the two OGs in the space, Kevin McCoy and Anil Dash, went in completely different directions on how they felt about NFTs. Dash feels disillusioned by what the industry has become, but McCoy, on the other hand, actually has a more optimistic outlook. During an interview, he was quoted saying, "Art matters, and money is one of the main ways our world shows that things matter. We've seen the transformation of our world into a kind of network digital reality, where creative media is so fundamental, but until this technology was established, there was no way to really value that directly. As I see it, this kind of gold rush, or whatever we want to call it, is a leveling out, or re-equilibrium, that's moving some of the value that was there all along much closer to the creative communities that have been providing it. It's fair to argue that hype is often the only way to get the public's attention. And once NFTs have reached their potential, we see the future that was envisioned by Quantum, a more fair and just reality for all artists and creators around the globe. Gone is the old paradigm where artists and creators were once forced to take a mere pittance for their work, while a corporation vacuumed away all their profits, royalties, and in many cases, the very ownership of their creations themselves. But not today. Today, with NFTs, artists and creators everywhere in the world might finally have a fair stake in the profits and ownership of their work, with no middleman or soulless corporations sucking away all of their profits under the guise of transaction fees. At least, we hope. The future is being created as we speak. So, does learning about the history of NFTs make them more appealing? What about you? Do you think they have the potential to help creators protect their intellectual property? Tell us what you think.